Wow. You mean I get Great Crush and Canada Dry Ginger Ale? Which one do I choose? Guys, tell me below, which one would you choose? Grape or Canada Dry? I just can't seem to decide. What's up, guys and everybody, ladies and gents? This is Aquarius Roberts back at it again with another one. And tonight we will be talking about decisions. So what I mean by decisions, right? We all have decisions to make in life. They're some of the most important decisions that we have to make in life. Business, job, career, my attitude, I don't even know. But tonight, we will be speaking about the Two of Swords. As you see in this card, there is a beautiful lady sitting here with a blindfold over her eyes and two swords crossed over her chest. She has a white outfit on and she stands firmly on concrete. This card denotes the decisions that we have to make in life. The decisions that make us who we are, right? And so we all know swords stand for conflict, right? They also stand for truth and justice and honor and lights, right? But in this card right here, they have two different understandings. They have another lead to it, right? And the Two of Swords in general would be two conflicts that have to be decided upon. The person puts a blindfold over their head because they're literally choosing not to decide, right? But swords also stand for communication. So, as in the Ace of Wands, the communication, the opportunity for communication was given from God to be able to express oneself. But in this card, in the two, which two is the number of duality, it is the number of the actor, the creator, Aries, right? But this card is ruled by the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, right? And we all know all those signs deal with decisions, the mind, intuition. And so here with the Two of Swords, if you notice in the background, there's some choppy waters back here, but it's still calm. Water in the tarot always stands for emotions, right? The color blue stands for emotions, your inner conflict. As the moon controls the waters, so does the waters control our emotions. And so with the Two of Swords here, this woman is trying to decide without deciding. So this could go a couple different ways, right? This could go in a manner of this woman is trying to decide if she wants grape or if she wants Canada Dry. They're both good, right? I mean, they're not good for you technically, but hey, who's judging here? I like sweets. But they're both good. But at the end of the day, I can only choose one. Sitting in a position of sitting here, trying to decide between both of these things, how can I come up with a main decision? What, am I going to gulp down both of these at once? Am I going to pour them together? If I pour them together, they're going to be nasty. Grape with ginger. Ugh. I mean, some people got eclectic taste. We've seen it. But what I'm saying here is that one usually sometimes is better than the other. And sometimes, no matter how good something might be in front of you, you always have to make a decision. Sometimes in life, we get stuck at a crossroads and we don't know what to decide, right? Some major decisions sometimes with the swords, they're always what you're willing to fight for, what you believe in, right? And so swords are the sign of are the symbols of intellect. Sorry. And so they mainly deal with the intellect of a person being confused, being baffled. So this also can go with people, right? Because let's keep it real. Some of us kind of date around or whatever, and you might be dating John and you might be dating Malcolm. You know, you might be dating Lucy and you might be dating Cassandra. But one of them you got to choose. You ever heard of the saying, blindness is, what it said, what you don't know can't hurt you. Let's put it like that. What you don't know can't hurt you, right? And so this woman is willingly with this blindfold over her. But also, she's in meditation. She's in a state of meditation. When she has the arms crossed over her, she is blocked off. And pranic healing, I'm a certified pranic healer, right? And it's kind of like acupuncture with the hands. And so in pranic healing, we learned that when you cross your hands over your chest, you are closed off. Your energy is closed off. Your circuits are closed off. And so you're not inviting energy in. You don't look welcoming. You ever walk around like this and somebody asks you what's wrong with you? That's because your energy is closed off. We have aurora fields around us. And when our energy is closed off, it shadows the aurora. But when our energy is loose, then we're able to be open and we look more cheerful, right? Look more inviting, as to say. And so with the Two of Swords here, the Two of Swords is always about making a decision that you actually don't want to make. So if you're dating two people and you don't want to decide between them, you're like, hey, let's just see how things pan out. That's the Two of Swords, right? Or if you're like cake, Rice Krispies, I'll just eat a little bit of both. I want to have my cake and eat it too. This card could be the actual dealing with more than one person or more than one thing or more than one decision going on with your life. So I could definitely call this card the cheater card also. Because a person could be dating two different people that they really like, right? But one person might be able to be good at finances. The other person may be good at attention. One person may be good at actually giving love. And the other person might be good at reading books. You decide. But whatever you decide, just know that the Two of Swords is coming up in a reading to let you know that you have to decide on things that you're in conflict with. There are agreements that need to be made around you, or you need to learn to speak to other people in an understanding way, right? Because it's the number two. So it's the number of duality, seeing things from two different sides, not just one light, but seeing it at another light. So you may be at conflict with somebody else in your life, and you may have to find understanding and agreement with that person if you're dealing with a relationship, right? And you're not cheating or anything or talking to two different people. You just may be at odds with agreeing with the people around you and their opinions on what things should go about. Remember, the ace was the opportunity to give communication. So then in the two, she picks up another sword and she says, but what about this one? Can it also be this way? Can it work out this way? And so with the Two of Swords, if you notice in the background, the choppy waters and the blue sky. There's also a crescent moon back here. And crescent moons stand for either beginnings or endings, right? Crescent moons are beginnings, new beginnings, right? And so as you know, the ace was the first card. So in the two, it's what you're going to do with the opportunity that you actually have to represent, right? Are you going to make that decision with that person? You know, are you going to find a balance between what you believe and what the other person believes? Are you going to find a balance between the two people that you might be dating, right? I chose Canada Dry. You know, I wanted a little bit of ginger. It doesn't mean that I don't like Great Crush. It just means that at this moment, I wanted a little bit of ginger. But once you make that decision, all other decisions go away, right? I no longer can open the can of Crush now because I've opened the Canada Dry. Now, I may drink the Great Crush afterwards, but for right now, I'm going to satisfy myself with this. And so it's saying standing on the fence is never truly helpful. At the end, you're going to have to make a decision regardless because you can't titter-totter between two roads. So in this card, it's saying that there is something on this person's mind that they are trying to understand. It also deals with the number two, and number two is the number of duality, the actor, right? Usually with number two life paths, they are very creative. They're a little bit up and down with energy, but they're idealists, right? And they're very creative, inspiring actors, dressed really flary and nice, right? That Aries energy. Number two is Aries energy. But here in this card, like I said, this is an air card. So this is air and fire has to make movement, right? Or the air will just blow the fire out, right? So it has to move and it has to have space to move. And so here what this card is telling you, you're at a crossroads and you're at a place of meditation. You probably go home at night and think about this thing. Is it right what I'm doing right here? Should I continue to talk about these two people or should I continue to talk to these two people? I need to decide what exactly am I going to do to bring myself back to peace. If you notice back here with these choppy waters, right? And as I told you guys through the lessons, that mountains in the background stand for conflicts also. Now, if you notice the conflict, the mountain in the background is not that big, right? It's not that big in the background. And so it's basically saying that the problem is not that big for real. It's something that can be overcome easily. But if you notice the large body of water sitting in the background, this person is making it bigger than what it has to be. This person is making it conflictual. This person is from their alternate views is creating a whole lot of emotional confusion. And so one has to find peace with themselves and decide. White is the color of purity, right? But in this Here, they're not wearing white. They're not wearing white here. She's wearing gray. So she's definitely confused, and she's standing on a gray ground in concrete, which is a sure footing. It means that she knows what she needs to do. She has a ground under her. She knows exactly what she needs to do, he or she, right? But they're just sitting there deciding not to decide. And so with this card, you have to make a decision. It is most important to not be stuck, right? Because where you are stuck, that's where the devil plays, right? And you know what they say? The devil is in the details. So you have to understand the details and then decide between what's good and what's bad, or what's right, or what's wrong, right? And so this card is giving you an opportunity to see two sides of the fence and to decide which side is going to be good for you. So make sure you decide and choose for you. If this is a person, then this person likes to be confusing. This person is very conflictual. They might like to argue a lot. They might like to always see the other side of what you're saying and kind of find a conflict with that. That person might come off as very intelligent and intellectual and fun, right? But are meditative even. I wouldn't say really the truly fun, but like meditative and kind of spiritual, right? But this person may be confused about spirituality and originality. You know, this person may be confused about, if they should be aggressive or non-aggressive. This person will always go back and forth with themselves about who they want to be. This is why number 2 is the sign of the actor, because this person can portray anything that they want. So if somebody comes around like this and their personality is the 2 of swords, I kind of highly doubt that you really want to spend a lot of time around them unless they were your friend and you wanted somebody to kind of give you an opposite opinion on what you think and feel. Yeah, then they're great. But if not, So I want y'all guys to enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy, subscribe, like. You can find me on Facebook. I'm Aquarius B. Roberts on Facebook. Join me where I talk about, different thoughts and get people out to think. Please subscribe, like, and share my channel to others. I want people to know, about this amazing art that we have out here. And if you would like to book a reading with me, you can find me on Divinity Unleashed.life. Readings are 50% off right now. You can schedule your reading today. Check me out once again, Divinity Unleashed.life. You guys have a blessed day. I'll see you next time. Boom!